Angelic teaching number 2, session number 10. Yes, last session. Imagine that. From the Angelic Healing Certificate, 4 session, Angelic Vortex, 10 sessions, Angelic Teaching 1, 10 session, Angelic Teaching 2, 10 sessions. We're 34 sessions already. It's a nice journey, huh? All right, let's dive into it. I would like you to focus on your crystal ball, open the vortex, set it to the highest frequency you can hold, and expand your auric field to its maximum. Visualize its brightness. Check all your different parameters, stability, type of frequency, being right settled on your crystal ball, having your thoughts cleared, all your different blockages cleared. Ask for guidance. Visualize, hear your guides talking to you. Being able to stay centered on your crystal ball and not let your emotions guide the path. Have your mind working for your soul, your emotions working for your soul. Letting your fears away, go away, and being transformed. Focusing on your intention, focusing on your breathing, adjusting and creating those different layers that you want to be accessing. Do you want to focus on the auric field? Do you want to focus on the energy level? Do you want to focus on the blockages, on the pains? Visualize in front of you a white frame with white thick borders. And inside of this white frame, you're going to visualize a scene that is directly linked to what you're supposed to be doing with those gifts. And again, let this white screen progressively happen to show you something. At the start, it might be just some curves or some voices that you hear in the background. You might be smelling something or feeling something or having your hands tingling like you're touching something at the same time. Let go of your mind, let go of all the expectations. It might be just a letter, it might be a symbol, it might be an object. It may be someone speaking to you. Someone you know, someone you don't know. Let this communication begin between you and this movie. Don't put any pressure on yourself. you know that at any time you can get back to it. Either replay this video or you'll remember the procedure and the steps. Remember, it's all about the intention. This time we use a tool to help you on your journey. Next time you might be bringing this tool to someone else. Good. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Gently. Remember to adjust your sight through this white fog that you see on the screen. For suddenly being able to go through it and being able to see another reality behind this white, cloudy frame. Behind the white screen. Being able to identify the emotions that you pick up. Remember, the messages don't have to come right away. You have to let them come to you. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Now let's keep increasing the intensity. Now focus on your third eye at the same time. Open your third eye. I like to visualize the third eye like a cone opening up with a spiral in it. As the spiral wants to turn clockwise or counterclockwise. Don't pay too much attention to all of that. Let it do its magic the way it has to. Remember, you are the one in charge. You are the one controlling what you're doing and your destiny. Start focusing on the things you want to manifest. Are those things aligned with the visions that you saw? Are those visions, wishes, align what your gifts are guiding you to do? How can you feel confident? How can you let this confidence come towards you? See, until now we've been working on bringing confidence by adjusting the field of energy to the frequency of confidence and bringing confidence towards you. manifesting it. Now we work from within for you to be able to tap into this inner energy of yours. Visualize in front of your eyes a library with heaps of books. The doors of this library, magnificent golden doors, all crafted and with enlightenments of gold leaves everywhere. Imagine those doors being opened for you. Imagine a guide at the entry smiling and welcoming you. Imagine you entering in this library, this huge, humongous, vast library containing all the knowledge for billions of years of humanity and beyond. And imagine a front desk with one person there smiling to you, smiling at you, and smiling. See, I still have to learn some English words for simple sentences. Well, this person is smiling, right? And imagine that this person is asking you what type of topic you would like to know. What would you like to learn? How this person could help you. And because you've got a precise idea and vision of what you want, you're going to be able to manifest that and word it in the best way possible for this person to help you. Instantly, she opens up a book from a shelf from behind her, opening it to the right page, and for you to be able to read it, for you to be able to take snapshots, memory pictures. In order to take memory pictures, I give you a trick. It's like photographic memories. Visualize a folder on the right side of your mind, of your vision. And this folder, when you click on it, pops up with different folders. And then when you click on one folder, then you can take a snapshot, visualize a button on what you see, a button at the bottom right, for example. And each time you press mentally or with your fingers in the air towards this button, it takes a snapshot of whatever is what you're seeing. And this picture goes right away into the folder, designated folder. And it comes there very well organized, like your files on your computer. I told you, we're just creating tools as we need them, and we'll go along. You just got access to the Akashic memory with having the ability to extract any document you want and make a copy of it. And receiving the help of the person helping you at the front desk, plus the person, the guardian at the entry. See? And this happened only because you were able to be confident, to have shown that you've been mastering all the different tools that you needed, and for you to have a clear picture of what you want to achieve with your gifts. Or even though you might not have this clear visual picture of it, intuitively you've been connecting to it. And it's aligned with your soul, the soul was able to remember those different memories. Now you're obviously going to thank this person at the front desk and then say thank you to the guardian, and remembering the address, you're going to remember that location where you are by remembering the frequency of the place, so you can tap into that frequency anytime you want and be able to get back to that place anytime you want. You get back to your crystal ball, you start dimming the intensity, thanking all your guides for all this great experience. How amazing is that? Which means that any information that you may need that you don't know, you are able to tap into that. Go to this huge, humongous library, have the key access to it, and be able to bring back who's the answer. And having them being stored, and of course this storing process works also in order to increase your physical memory. How many tools have we been using here? 50? Just in 15 minutes? How many hours of practice before we could reach that level? You tell me. I know how many hours of teaching is that, plus how many hours of you practicing it. Experiencing it, having questions, doubts, getting back into it, managing time and space in your own physical reality to find some time, to create some time to learn those teachings. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for allowing your soul to grow, to gain access to tools that the soul already knew but needed to remember. That's how I like to see those teachings. The same way when I deliver them, I know all the content, all the perceptions, all the images, all the metaphors, the words come because I feel what I need to say. And I share an experience, and I share an event of my life in order to enlighten what I'm saying. I know that it's because my guides wanted, first of all, me to experience this event, and then for me to be able to share it just at this precise moment. And even though I don't know sometimes why I need to say that at that particular moment, or why I have to put some emphasis on one word or one concept, I trust that at one point or another it will make sense for me, for you. And each time it blows my mind. So remember, when you go on those spiritual journeys, and there will be many of them, you will be able to create, to manifest, to meet, to interact with people, beings. I'm going to sneeze. Thank you. That's where we say blessings, right? So I'm going to receive many blessings on that day. That's exactly when we never know what happens. We receive messages from other beings and we interpret them, we interact with them. And that's faith. Faith, believing that everything is square, that everything is normal. How many people would have been taking notes and recording all of that and spending hours on rehearsing about what they say and making cuts and edits? You know I don't work that way, because I don't believe in this process. I believe that the content is being channeled. I believe that whatever has to happen during the recording is part of the recording and is part of the experience. If I can't find one specific word, I'm not going to stress about it. I know that English is my second language, and I have to accept that I'm still learning. I probably will be learning all my life in order to find new words and speak better. The same way about sneezing. Well, what am I going to do? Stress about it? No. There will be many things like that that are going to happen on your journey. Things that you didn't plan, things that you were not expecting to happen. Again, each event comes for a certain purpose, to allow you to interact with it. I will always be insisting on that topic. The same way I've been insisting on teaching you how strongly to hold onto your crystal ball. You have to embrace those events. You have to embrace those things that you don't master, that happen without you being aware of and you not knowing what to do with them. They are part of the teachings, they are part of the lessons. You know you're ready. You know that, right? It's been already several sessions that all the teachings that we give, it's bonus. It's bonus, it's new tools, it's how to blend, how to create, how to manifest, how to increase your awareness, how to increase your creativity. And that's what counts. Let's take care of all those fears coming up. About what if and what about now and what would happen tomorrow. Clear your mind, clear your thoughts. Let the stress be released. We've got plenty time. Remember, what counts is aiming towards the right direction and taking the first step. The second step just comes so easily, followed by the third one. And then progressively, without even noticing it, you're reaching your destination, having enjoyed the landscape and the view. What will it take? What will it take for you to enjoy this path with happiness, with freedom, with joy? Find inside of you the core values that you want to define your life with. What comes first? Remember, we talked earlier about values. Remember that your values may change. Your values may be affected by events. Events might be showing you the way of finding or defining, redefining the values that you choose. What is it that you cherish most? Is it family? Is it love? Is it security? Is it being adventurous? Is it being wealthy? Is it finding your true passion? Is it being at service? So many different ways, huh? Most people talk about values saying that they have to be in a chronological order from 1 to 10, and 1 is the one that you value most, etc. But it's a process that's very discriminating. Imagine on the opposite, having a grid created, bolted into the ground with all your different values, all your different beliefs. Imagine taking one of those symbols, either the flower of life or tree of life, whatever comes up to you. If you're lacking of knowing which symbol to use, just Google symbols, geometrical symbols, pentacles. Instead of having those different values competing with each other, imagine that each of them would become the cornerstone of your life. I like that. Again, it's only with creativity that we're going to go beyond our knowledge, solve problems, find new ways to solutions to problems. See, many people consider one subject being so different from another one that when they start focusing on one, they don't want to talk about another one. And they want to go so much in detail in one. It doesn't work that way. I like to be working with politicians. I like to be working with Olympic athletes. I like to be working with CEOs. I like to be working with parents. They all bring one different aspect, when you talk with a researcher in DNA and you suddenly bring up thoughts out of the blue, it happens to be the right topic that they are defining and working on. This is only possible because I tap into this field of energy related to that topic, and I see a lightning. The same way I could be doing the same work on a human being. You can be doing it on a planet, you can be doing on a subject, you can be doing on a question of a very specific matter. Anything is energy as soon as you embrace it, as soon as you define it. And that's the beauty of it. Remember, there is no limitation of your knowledge. You've got the keys to the Akashic memory, where everything is being stored. How do you think those famous inventors come up with such great ideas? Do you think they invent it? No. They just ask the right questions. Whatever brought you there, wherever you are, if you want to go somewhere else, redefining your path, you need to start thinking differently. Otherwise, you will keep going towards the same direction. The next 50 years in front of us are going to be mind-blowing. So many inventions, so many discoveries in so many different fields. People start to understand how to blend this knowledge of East and knowledge of West. Being able to bring into materiality and spirituality is becoming more and more economic, and economy is becoming more and more spiritual. All those different aspects start to blend, creating bridges between each of them. I like to think of you as being one of those actors, of those key players, shaping the world and humanity with your own gifts, with your own abilities, trusting that the universe will put on your path events that will allow you to share your gifts, to embrace your path. This depth that you have, I know you're looking for it. This quest, this inner quest that pushes you forward to learn more and to discover more, fulfilling you each time a little bit more, each time you get closer to something you could define. Again, there's always a reason for something. Today, for example, I went for a jog, and when I started to look at my watch, wow, I was running fast. I was running at 13 kilometers an hour. Maybe linked to the chiropractor session that I had yesterday, and he was working on my lungs and working on opening up my ribs, creating more space. I was feeling great. And I started to imagine new possibilities just because I saw this number 13 instead of seeing 12 kilometers an hour, 12 and a half that I would usually see. And I started pushing myself focusing on the breathing and calming the breathing and letting my body go. And I could really feel that everything was moving smoothly, and I was keeping up the pace, and it was great. So I knew that on my watch the records were I had one at 1.5, let's say 1 mile. The time for 1 mile I could try to beat, and I had another one, so I went a little bit further, and I wanted to reach those 5 kilometers so I could have breaking a new record for myself. So when I looked at the watch, I saw 5, and I thought I did it. So I stopped a few seconds after. And when I looked at the recordings, yes, I did an increase of my VO2 max, volume of oxygen in your blood, picking up at 52, which is good. And also I broke up my record for the 1 mile by 20 seconds. But of course I was waiting for the 5 kilometers, and guess what? I was short by 40 meters. 40 meters out of 5 kilometers. So it didn't take into account my 5 kilometers. Of course, I was disappointed. But you know what? That's the lesson. Doesn't matter what we achieve, what we fail, or the events that occur. What counts is to focus on the positive things. The VO2 max increase, breaking a new record, and then the other one for the record for 1 mile one. You could put what if, many what if. What if I would have run, let's say, I don't know, 2-3 minutes more just to keep up the pace, instead of stopping just short at 5 kilometers. You can spend many hours thinking about all of that. What counts is, again, how you perceive the events in your life. You will find people being very upset about the same event, and people being very happy. It all depends on your expectations. And again, if your expectations are too high, what's the point? I had the choice at that time of being upset about those 40 meters missing, or about all the great things. This chiropractor session who worked on my ribs and fixed on my column vertebra. Those amazing results that I could obtain today, and how great I felt and I feel. I really want you to do the same thing in any single step of your life. And again, redefining your goals, redefining your vision, your purpose. And it has to come in all single aspect of your life. Not just about your finance, about your kids, about your family, about your growth. No. Each single aspect has to be worked out the same way. Started in 2016 my challenge for 500 push-ups in 30 minutes. And I keep building it up until I reach 17 minutes and below for 500 push-ups. 2017 I wanted to run my first 10 kilometers, and then went up to my first half marathon, 21k, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Then I went for 2018. I wanted to go for the marathon, and so far I'm running already the half marathon in 1 hour and 50 minutes for the half marathon. Of course, the next goal for 2019 would be the triathlon. Yes. Bicycle, swimming, running. They call it the Ironman. That's funny, I like it. Always have goals, always have projects. Doesn't matter if you reach them or not. It's soon enough to be able to get back and scale it up or down. But having goals in all different aspects of your life help you to become better at everything you do. And again, this can apply to energy work, but it can apply to everything. The same way energy work is a state of mind. It can apply to any single thing in your life. It's like doing karate. You've got this state of mind and it follows you all your life. Martial arts is other way. Wish you all the best. All my blessings on your journey. Talk to you soon.